right, today we're gonna cover how to install a powered tongue jack, whether you're just going from manual to a power, or if you busted it and you need to take it out, we're gonna show you how to do all of it. First step first though, is to put in our wheel chocks. All right, before we remove the tongue jack, we're going to have to support the trailer itself. We have a couple different ways to do that. One is you can hook it up to the tow vehicle and let the tow vehicle support it. The other one will be to use jack stands. To use those, we're simply going to place them underneath the frame and then raise the jack up until the frame is resting on the jack stands, and then we're good to go. All right, now if you're just replacing a jack and there's nothing wrong with it, all you're gonna do is unscrew these 3 bolts using a 9/16 inch socket, and this will pull up and out. However, in our case, as you can see, this is pretty bent. So in order to remove this, we're actually gonna have to use a Sawzall and cut this guy off. Now, as you can see, like I said, we had to remove this one because where it pinched, it bowed out, so it wasn't gonna slide up and through the hole. So with this part removed, we just have a straight shaft remaining. So now we're going to go ahead and remove these 9/16 inch bolts just using an impact driver. So, you know, as all these things go, it never goes quite as planned. Even after we cut it off, when it got bent, it did some damage to the top collar right here, and it was a little flared out. So we took a hammer, kind of tried to hammer some of that flare back in, and then we got it to a point where it was almost there, so we just took a crowbar and were able to kind of pull it out, use a little bit of lever action, and we got it out of there. So now that it's out, time to put the new one in. So this is the one we have here. Pretty standard Lippert tongue jack. That's what we are going to install. I already went ahead and opened it. Just comes with a few different components. There is a foot pad we'll put on a little bit later, as well as a manual crank handle. Other than that, we just have a clevis pin, the cotter pin, and our 3 bolts. So to hook her up, we are going to slide this right back in, make sure we don't pinch our wire there. Line it up like so. And then we're gonna screw our 3 bolts in. Now I'm not tightening them up all the way. We're just going a little bit with each one here. And then we'll go back through, and then tighten them up. There we go. Now that we have bolted our tongue jack in, now we need to hook up electric. So you'll see that the way it is shipped is just a bare wire. So we need to install an electrical terminal ring. We're just gonna slide that on there and crimp it in place. But before I do that, I'm actually going to wire everything up just because I'm planning to use a few of the existing ties. Now, I do have an additional zip tie here just to kind of connect it so we have better wire management so we don't have things flopping around. Then we're just gonna connect this to the positive side of the battery. So let's go ahead. Gonna go here. Yeah, that'll work. We still have good access to our fuse, and I can zip tie that there. Perfect. All right. I'm gonna undo this. Take this guy. There we go. Now we're gonna crush right there. Okay. And we're going to place that on top. Find that nut. I'm actually gonna swing it around this way. There we go. With our electrical hooked up, we're just gonna give her a quick test to make sure we're working. Hey, there she goes, just like a charm. And then the last step is just going to be to put on the foot. So we're gonna open up our bag here. You'll see that comes with a clevis pin and a cotter pin. Slide the foot on like so. Find that hole. Dun, dun, dun. There we go, like that. Slide our cotter pin in there, and we're all set with our new power tongue jack, folks, just like that. All right, with our foot up there, everything is working. Now we're just going to extend the tongue jack Just enough so we can slip our jack stands out of the way. Like so. And there you have it, folks. That is a power tongue jack install. It really is super simple, very easy DIY project, something I would probably do on every trailer. If you found this helpful, make sure you like and subscribe. Until next time, we'll see you.